hours to see Trump. This doesn't sound like a guy who is in legal trouble or at risk of becoming a pariah. What do you think?
You know, I really thought that rally yesterday was incredibly insensitive, even for Trump. And if anybody needs a reminder of what a self-absorbed, narcissistic jerk he is, it was yesterday's rally in Florida. This is a state that now for over 10 days has been dealing with the grief and mourning the loss of all of those people in Surfside. We've seen Ron DeSantis, the governor here, put politics and partisanship aside, welcome Joe Biden, be by the side of the mayor of Miami-Dade County, really fostering an environment of cooperation, which is what Floridians want in a time of crisis. And if that wasn't enough, we are preparing and we are, you know, in high alert. We were in the cone for Tropical Storm Hurricane Elsa at the time when he was planning this rally. And so I think, you know, sometimes you just have to cancel things because they're the right things to do and postpone them for another time. Jim, there's no fireworks in Miami-Dade today because people are in mourning because of, you know, of the way things have gone through here. So I think it's the, and let me just tell you, his daughter and grandkids live 2 blocks away from where that building collapsed. His daughter and grandkids live in Surfside. And in the meantime, he is holding a political rally, whining and moaning and going on and on about partisanship just up the coast in Florida. I thought it was outrageous.
Yeah, what did you think, Alice? Was this just tacky on Trump's part? I mean, I guess tacky and Trump can go hand in hand, but
the fact that Governor DeSantis asked him to not do this says a lot. And even leading Republicans have come out and said, read the room, read the state, read the people of Florida. They're grieving and they're hurting, and this is not appropriate to do it at this time. Obviously, he certainly went ahead with what he's doing. And here's what's happening here is he's going to continue to hold these rallies. He's going to continue to, basically these are carrying out grievances for his political enemies, and what he's doing is rallying up his base, rallying up the people that support him. But instead of settling scores with the GOP, they need to be setting the record straight on the Democrats. And while Donald Trump will go around the country with these rallies, I hope that leading Republicans simultaneously shine a light on what's going on with the Biden administration. Let's make sure and remind people prior to the midterm what's going on, the crisis at the border, that GOP-led states are getting people back to work and the unemployment rate is better in these GOP-led states. And also what Republicans can do in terms of making sure that we have elections run by the states and not the Democrat efforts to federalize the election. So these are things that
step on those messages.
Yeah, rational Republicans need to further those messages and not get distracted with these, this grunge that Trump is doing.
Yeah, and Anna, after the insurrection, for a very brief moment, GOP leadership moved on from Trump. But now they seem ready to put him front and center for the campaign that's coming up in 2022. I saw this during his border visit in Texas. It was just sort of odd to see they're all still glomming onto him. What is going on?
You know, I think they've chosen to put all their stakes and all their eggs in the basket of Trump, worship at the altar of Trump. It's, you know, it's so hypocritical, and really it's so unseemly and unstatesmanlike. Today I was really trying not to have my eyes roll to the back of my head as I read posts from some of these same GOP elected officials who voted against the bipartisan commission threatening our democracy, an insurrection against the peaceful transfer of power, which is such a key part of our Constitution and our government and our democracy. And yet here they are wrapping themselves in flags, putting up pictures of the Statue of Liberty and wishing everybody a happy 4th of July. If you want to stand up for what this country stands for, stand up for democracy and denounce what happened on January 6th. Don't go to the border and even avoid a vote. I can't think of anything more cowardly and hypocritical than what happened this week.
Right, yeah, they all missed, all the Republicans who were down there at the border, you know, maybe with a few exceptions, missed that vote on whether or not to have a select committee to investigate January 6th. But Alice, let me close this out by turning to Joe Biden, the president.